Oh, honored to be joined by head coach Chris Tifft, head coach of the Cal Poly Humboldt Lumberjacks. Coach, I gave you a nice pat on the back last weekend, but I feel like you deserve a little bigger one this weekend. You guys stepped up to the challenge. You took care of business at home. The fans were excited, and you delivered.
We delivered. You're supposed to win home games, right? And we just didn't know quite what the mindset of our guys was going to be after we clinched the playoffs.
Right.
And we had a little trouble with Sonoma at their place, and San Marcos has some talent. So just glad that we came home.
You're down 17 to Sonoma. I say you had a little trouble with them at your place at one point.
We had a lot of trouble with Sonoma until about 10 minutes left in the first half. So just an emotional night for them, obviously, with their last game. And then just a great crowd. And I know you say this all the time. Great to see little kids in the gym and wanting autographs and high fives and pictures.
Those kids couldn't get enough of your players.
Yeah, so just an all-around good feeling. Not just because we won, but just because the community was out there and everybody just felt like everybody had a really good time.
And a class act on your part. Got on the PA, talked to the crowd with our suspect PA system. I don't know how much people got to hear, so maybe Cliff Notes version of what you did tell the faithful who made it out that night.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank them for sticking in there with us. There's been some times, especially last year, it looked a little bleak, and this program was in a bad place when I took over, and no players and no real direction, and just really wondering how long it was going to take for us to get back to where we could get a crowd like this and get some wins and get in the postseason. So just thank the crowd for being there and supporting our guys. I thanked our guys for being such good, high-character young men, and the band has done a great job, the cheerleaders, and sometimes they don't get enough recognition. And
I hope Nick found some budget for the band to get them down to
He told me they're going. He just told me they're going. Just got out of practice, and he said they're going to go, so that's great.
That's fantastic.
But just wanted to thank everybody and let them know that we have high expectations, and we're pushing hard to make this not just a one or two time occurrence during the season. We want this to be the norm.
Coach, the goal before this, look, I guess what I'm trying to get at here, if you lose Thursday to Pomona, it's still going to be a great season. So how do you find the motivation to continue and keep that edge when some kids said the hay's in the barn?
Well, I think our guys are confident. I think they feel like there's been some games that we let slip away, and I think that kind of helps motivate them to want to go down there and prove that we are one of the better teams in the conference. I mean, obviously we're in the top half, finishing fourth in the league in the standings, but we've beaten Dominguez, we've beaten San Bernardino. Chico was really early in the year, and
like 3 teams ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I felt like we played them last season, and we've beaten LA, we've beaten Pomona at their place. So our guys have gained a lot of confidence from that, and we feel like we let some games kind of get away here at home. So I think there's real motivation. They talk a lot about winning the tournament. Obviously, you can't win the tournament unless you win the first game, and the first game is always the toughest because you just don't know what to expect, especially 2:30 in the afternoon. Probably not a lot of people in the stands. So whichever team can kind of get in a groove and kind of get comfortable the soonest has the best chance of winning that game.
It's funny, I was listening to Nick Saban recently, and he says people always call him, okay, what do you do different for the Super Bowl or the national championship game? And he's like, well, I would like to think we're trying to do our best all year.
Right.
So if we're doing stuff now different, what are we doing then? So with that said, what's the preparation level coming into? You're used to 2 games in 3 days, and now it's hopefully 3 games, 3 days, and we can get down to the minutia if you get to Saturday, what that means, and possibly moving on. But let's just state for right now, the simple facts are it's win or go home.
Yeah, I told the guys you got to dance with the one that brung you, or is it brought you? I can't remember. But you try to explain these old sayings. We can't get away from who we've been all season. And I've been in situations where I've been on teams where we got overcomplicated in the postseason and got a little too cute. We talked about that. And one year I was coaching at the Division I level. We went to the NCAA tournament, and we did a lot of adjustments between the A-10 championship and the NCAA tournament. It really cost us defensively. So we just need to stay with who we are. We need to just clean up some things, maybe make some adjustments offensively for Pomona's zone, just a couple quick hitters. But we got to stay true to who we are and just try to get through that first game. That's going to be the biggest challenge for us. I know Dominguez has a great team, and then we're going to either play Chico or San Bernardino or LA, but the first game is the toughest. And if we can get past the first game, we'll be in good shape.
And don't forget, on Thursday, you can listen to Coach's interview, and we'll get into the nuts and bolts about that game. I'm going to hold off now because I've only got you for so long. Rob Diaz, first team All-League. Aiden Fowler, freshman of the year.
Kyle Freelow, second team.
And K1, Caleb LeCount getting, second team. Kudos. I think
Josiah honorable
mention. So I think really kudos to the job you, Coach Phillips, and of course your players did this year. People clearly noticed. Not bad for a team that was preseason number 9.
Yeah, a lot of recognition for the guys. They all deserve it. Even Marseille Mason, I feel like we had so many guys nominated that sometimes they kind of stole votes from each other, to be honest. We had 5 guys in double figures. Kyle was the only one, but he's one of the most elite rebounders in the league and has had multiple double-doubles. So all of those guys deserve recognition. There's just only so many to go around, but any of those guys could have been first team. We were hoping that Caleb would have been newcomer of the year. We were hoping Marseille would have been maybe defensive player of the year, even maybe Josiah. But sometimes you just have to kind of work through those things, and maybe, like you said, it puts a little chip on your shoulder if you don't get the recognition that you want. You come out and prove yourself. But all in all, really positive for our guys.
Well, Coach, congratulations and good luck on Thursday. And the good news is you played a lot of 3 o'clock games this year, so
yes.
30 hopefully won't be that big of a judge. And what a show! You get to go down a day early.
A day early,
like yourself.
Like we're big time. We have an early practice in the facility on Thursday. Wednesday, tomorrow. So we are leaving today to take advantage of that. Make sure we get our guys on the floor. I know we played there, but it's been a while since we played there. You were there. We didn't shoot very well. No. So try to get down there and get some shots and just kind of get familiar with it.
Coach, appreciate it again. Congratulations, and more importantly, excited for the immediate future and the long-term future.
Appreciate you, JB. Thank you.
Chris Tifft right here at Humboldt All-Axess.